World War II, a conflict involving 12 countries and affecting many more. Not only creating the nuclear bomb, but hosted one of the bloodiest days in American history. Soldiers from all over the country served, and many joined the military in an effort to help the Allies against the Axis powers. But beginning training was the first step that we will talk about in this project. Private Hal Longer was a private in 1945 in basic training stationed in the Washington area. He begins the letter with a statement of gratitude towards Dave Elder for the so-called scuttlebutt. The term scuttlebutt comes from the area of warships that the drinking water would come out to the soldiers. There they would talk or gossip about the ongoings, so the term scuttlebutt became a means of rumors and stories communicated among all soldiers. In fact, it was created for a form of news passed around stateside to talk about soldiers' lives, of whom were former Luther students, showing that these kids would have been living normal student lives, but instead served their country. Longer happens to be one of those students. Private Hal Longer then begins to explain the troubles of going through basic training. Naturally, the Air Corps thinks they are better than the infantry, exclaims Longer, then saying that the Air Corps has a harder training camp to be able to serve with them. But regardless of their opinions, he has enough to fight for to keep going. The basic training consists of 14 days of processing and 21 days of field training. A lot of his field training consisted of gas mask drills, PT, and close order drills, as well as living 6 days in the desert. After the 35 days of training were over, he and his friend from Cedar Rapids had graduated from basic training and were on to service. The two of them enjoyed a meal in the town of Amarillo, as he refers to the field as old, and it can't even compare to Washington, finishing the letter with how happy he is to move on.